rafting in West Covina. On rainy afternoons in West Covina, when the ground has been saturated with water from the heavens and mushed together with unpicked peaches, and the earth smells like smog, fruit, mud, and rain. What were once the backyard hills of my babysitter's house are now the mighty cliffs of California. The cement that holds hopscotch and jacks is now a mighty dock at the edge of a murky sea. A small beach has formed where the grass has been rubbed away from years of Tonka trucks or Barbie doll houses. Do you want to marry Ken? I don't know. Do you want to marry Ken? Not if you do or don't. And the little kids are content to splash at the shore. But the bigger kids knew that the real joy to be had that day was to go onto a voyage into the unknown. But first, Cindy, we need a raft. We could use the wood that my dad is making cupboards from. Okay, Cindy, whatever you say. And the wood is so heavy in its hiding place that it takes 3 kids just to pull it out and then plop onto the water. Wow, it floats. But then there has to be the one of us brave enough to see if it'll float with a kid. I'll go, Cindy. And so I step onto the raft. Whoa, this is so cool. Oh my God, Cindy, you gotta try this. And then Cindy gets on. Whoa. And then another kid gets on. Hey! And then another kid gets on. Hey! And then another kid gets on. Hey! Until there's 5 kids floating in a flooded backyard. Wow. Because everything has to be just right. Because the ground can only be so soaked. And the peaches can only be so rotten. And the kids can only be so heavy to be floating like magic. And so I turned to Cindy as my navigator. Where do you want to go? And from the back of the raft, my brother's like, ooh, let's go to the Philippines. And I'm like, nah, we went there last time. Where do you want to go, Cindy? We could go to Mexico and visit my abuela. Okay, Cindy, whatever you say. But in my head, the place that I want to go is Ohio. Because that's where my other grandma lives. And she has like Klondike ice cream squares in her freezer. And my cousins and I, we get to play in her basement. Yeah, that's a room under your house. So cool. And my grandpa, he has a garage filled with stuff, with machines and stuff, and I get to hand him the wrenches and the pliers and the screwdrivers, and I could get all greasy and dirty, and I don't even get in trouble. So cool. And even though we're all on the same raft, it's like we're each on our own journey. And so I say to Cindy, how do we get to Mexico? Okay, so you go on the river and you go all the way until you get to the eastern seaboard lighthouses off of Maine. I saw that on my mom's soap opera today. Yeah, so when you get to the lighthouse, you just like turn left and then like straight onto Mexico. Okay, Cindy, whatever you say. And so with the broomstick as our oar, we push off away from the dock and onto the murky sea. We make our way past the mighty cliffs of California. And I see the river, and we head onto the river. Uh-oh, I say, Rocky Rapids ahead. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then we're wet with water and soaked in our imagination. Okay, everybody, I see the Eastern Seaboard lighthouses off of Maine. Okay, we're gonna make the turn, so everyone's gonna have to lean left. Get ready. 1, 2, and then from outside of the screen glass door, Cindy's brother pokes his head out. Ooh, busted! Marcia, you better come to the house right now. Sorry, Cindy. We're gonna have to go to Mexico next time. And so we turn our raft around and we head back down that rocky river and turn on to the murky sea. We go past the cliffs of California and we stop at the mighty dock. And then one kid gets off, whoa. And then 2 kids get off, whoa. And then 3 kids get off, whoa. Until it's just me and Cindy. And she looks at me. She takes her finger and she puts it in my belt loop and she pulls me really close and she says, don't worry, next time we'll go to Ohio. And then she says, and then Cindy gets off. Whoa. And then I get off, and the wood is so soaked now, it takes all 5 kids just to pick it back up and put it back in its hiding place. Our voyage over, we go back inside the house. Our soaked socks are peeled off as our bodies are rubbed dry with towels and our bellies are warmed with top ramen and homemade tortillas. And soon, it's nap time. And so Cindy takes her finger and puts it in my belt loop and pulls me really close. And we lay there. And soon, we succumb to sleep and nap times spent dreaming of rafting in West Covina.